Hello, hello, hello! I haven't uploaded a video in probably weeks because this game here has really been taking over and woodpeckers banging on the door on the walls all day long. So let's get into it. Card Survival Tropical Island, amazing game until it's not, until like you're dead and you don't know why. It's a small game, so it's kind of hard to find out why sometimes. Shout out to the Neil Mayer. His YouTube channel is like one of the main resources. He played a lot during beta, so he knows what's going on. So we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna do a tourist start. These are the pre-made characters. Controlled is like the difficulty, so controlled's easiest, tense a little harder, and then desperate's the hardest, obviously. Excuse me. This is a tourist, and I'm just gonna show a little bit about my strategy, my outlook to playing the tourist. And yeah, let's just get into it. I'm not gonna go into too much more. So when you land, so your plane crashed. As you slowly open your eyes, it all starts coming back to you. Your plane crashed. You don't feel well, and you seem to be bleeding. You need to act immediately if you want any chances at survival. What? Wait a moment. Is that a macaque over there holding your belt bag? Yes, it is, and it's running away now. Your passport's in there. You get up. So your belt bag is lost, and that is one of your objectives: is to get your passport back. So it helps to go down the line at first because these are kind of in priority. So yeah, taking some painkillers is a good idea. What I will do is I'll open this up, I'll hit place, and then it's going to put it up on the third row up there, so it uses less space. And I'm immediately going to put the camera away because those macaques will definitely come back and steal your camera. So let's open up the trunk, get the first aid kit down. This is our inventory, and this is our hands row, what we're holding. Take out the painkillers, and we'll take one. So the way this game works is everything's based off of time. It's 4 a.m. right now. This is when the day starts. And most things you do, most actions take time. And when the time passes, your meters over here also advance. So for example, my bleeding out meter will advance. So before that happens, we want to get a patch on it. So if you see, our first objective is to craft, our next one is to craft a tourniquet, which we don't have. So I'm going to go ahead and put a wound dressing on. Click on our guy here and go to the wounds, and I'll put a wound dressing. It doesn't stop the bleeding, but it very slows it down. And I'll put another one on the abrasion. I just ate spicy food and now I'm all getting chalked up, my voice. It's really good though, Chipotle. Not the restaurant, but like canned Chipotle peppers. And thinking about food now, I got all distracted. So we want to craft a tourniquet. We do have some cloth. We go into our blueprints here and we'll go to the medical and we'll go to tourniquet. It needs sticks and cloth. We do have cloth, but not the way it looks like. We have cloth because if we take our underwear, let's not take those on. Let's be an islander. We need to just immediately take off our own clothes. Actually, I do this because they make you hot, and when you get hot, you get thirsty. And I'll keep the socks on. No, I'm gonna take the socks off. I'm just thinking, are there spiders? Because we're gonna have to do exploring to find the sticks and stuff, and spiders will bite you, and that's not good. So I'm going to tear up the shorts. Shorts are just comfortable. They help with your mental state, but our mental state is just gone because you were just in a plane crash. So we will rip off the cloth. So this is going to be the first time that time ticks. You'll see this has a duration of 15 minutes. So you'll see this advances and other things will advance, like our hunger meter and our thirst and everything else. This red box is the pressing issues, but these are good to watch as well. All right, so now we have some cloth. So what we need to do is exit the plane crash, and we find ourselves in the wetland jungles. Now, there are tons of meters like this that are running behind the scenes, but they don't become apparent until they become an issue. One of those in particular, so you click on this down here and it brings up this. We go click up here, it brings up this whole stats. And there are even more that aren't even shown. Like out of all these, there are even more. There are tons. But one of the most important ones are bug bites. And see this green arrow right now? Bug bites are going up. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this. And now that it's pinned, it will show up on the meter even at 0. So as what we're going to do here is click on the wetland jungle and we're going to hit explore. It's going to take 30 minutes, but we need to find sticks in order to craft this tourniquet. And we're also going to need to find stones to make a fire, to boil some water, to make a campfire. And we will just keep hitting it until we find sticks. There we found sticks. So, and we notice we took a little bit of bug bites, but what we're going to do is go back into the plane, which does not take time. And now you notice bug bites are going down. So while we are in here, we'll go ahead and craft the tourniquet. It takes 30 minutes. All right, objective complete. Next objective, eat a chicken sandwich. Well, how about we put the tourniquet on first? So go back up into our wounds. I get here by clicking on the equipment and then go over here to wounds. And we will take off the dressing, and notice the bleeding is really bad, but since time isn't progressing, it doesn't actually affect us. If we were to now eat the chicken sandwich or do something that takes time, we would start to bleed. You see our blood pressure is going down. So when that gets to 0, we die. So we will go ahead and put the tourniquet in. And so here are our meters. This is 0% is like if you put some aloe gel on or your dressing, that will cover that. This is our blood clot, so we're 50%. When this gets to 100%, I believe our blood is clotted and we won't be bleeding anymore. This is how, when this gets to 100, you are fully healed, and these are germs. So I've never gotten to 100, but I assume when that gets to 100, you get an infection and probably get bad from there. Probably get a fever and all the other horrible things. Alrighty, so tourniquet is on. You'll notice that we stopped losing blood. Like if I take it off, notice we'll losing blood again. So the tourniquet will give you permanent damage if you leave it on for too long. Fortunately, we can take it off in time. So next objective is eat a chicken sandwich, which is in the backpack. So go ahead and pop this out. Well, so I'm just eating this because we have it, and it's one of the things to do on the checklist. So the next one is find a puddle. So let's go back into the wetlands and explore a bunch more. But while I'm eating, I wanted to talk about my main approach to the tourist is I don't eat. We have some chocolate and water. And also, if you want to do the raft ending, save your sunscreen because we will find aloe vera, which we can use for the sunburns. We have some more chocolate in here. So I'm going to eat this chocolate as I go, and I'm going to... But once that's out, I'm going to stop eating because you don't actually die from starvation until this meter gets all the way to 0, which actually takes quite a while. And while you are overweight, notice it says our status is obese. So we have a little bit to spend as far as calories go. And you also get a movement penalty when you're obese. So I'm down to lose that as quick as I can. So we need to find a puddle. So we're going to go back out and explore, and we're going to watch our bug bites go up. There is a crucial period where you start to get diseases from the bug bites. It's pretty hard to avoid, but we do have antibiotics in our med kit that we're going to need. But anyways, touching back real quick on the food thing it's because it takes a lot of time to gather and find the food. Sometimes I feel like we're even calorie negative, meaning it takes more calories to acquire the food than you actually get from them. So I'm going to use that time instead to raise herbology. When you get your herbology skill to 21, you can make farms. And once you make those farms, you can plant medicinal herbs, in particular spider lily, which will help with the infection that we're going to get from these bug bites. We are most likely going to get camp fever. I've never gotten malaria. I don't think we'll get malaria. And then the kava will also plant, helps with pain because these painkillers are going to run out. But basically, until these wounds heal, I'm kind of going to try to take it easy because they make everything take longer. Okay, so we need to make a campfire, but we need the materials for it. Okay, so now we just need 3 stones. And this is where I always get to. There's a bit of RNG, I believe. So let's check out our wound quick. We're at 81%. When that's at 100, we're going to want to take the tourniquet off. Okay, so basically what we're running into is Can we find the stones needed before we get camp fever? And also, what I haven't figured out yet is if I should, how much time I can take. Because you do start to run out of water. I believe this is all we have is this one water bottle here. So we do need to get that, find the puddle, find the stones, and boil the water in a certain amount of time. And what I don't know is how much I can rest because every time we spend inside, our bug bites are actually going down. So since we're extremely hot and we're exhausted, I'm going to go ahead and click on the time up here. And I'm going to say, wait 15 minutes, take a little rest. Okay, so now the tourniquet is done. So we'll take that off. We'll put the wound dressing back on. And now the bleeding's done. I'm going to put the tourniquet away. Probably never use it again. So we did our little rest. What I'm thinking, which I haven't tried before, is so there's a boar. The problem with the boar is it wastes 15 minutes to run away from it. So yeah, what I'm debating is I could go in the plane and I could, I could rest for an hour or something and let the bug bites go down, but I may run out of water. I may die of thirst before that happens. If I spend too much time doing that and not collecting the stones, because I'm gonna need 2 stones to boil this water. We found a puddle and we found a stone. So we're have good luck so far. Most of the time when I do this, I do end up getting camp fever, and I take enough antibiotics, usually one a day. So hit our research. Is there anything we can research? Well, we'll just start it. And we're very hot, but I'll wait till tire gets down again. And you don't want to drink this; it's full of parasites. I haven't messed with this either. I'm curious if you can drink it and then just take the antibiotics, but probably not a good idea. So we will explore again. One more stone. Come on. Hit me, baby, one more time. I need a stone. So we're overheating. So what we'll do is drag the water down to our plastic bottle and we'll fill it up. And we're going to go in the plane. We're going to go ahead and wash ourselves. Oh, it takes 30 minutes. That's bad. But now we have this wetness meter. Interesting thing about clothing is wearing it makes you hotter, but it has its own wetness meter, and this will keep you wet and cool longer. But I do need to keep these shirts on because they protect us from the bugs, and the flip-flops and socks should protect us from spiders. But I could also see if we look at our heat meter, if I take them off, it goes down a teeny little sliver. I could put on the sneakers. Our sneakers brought them back up. Socks didn't bring them up. Interesting. Okay. And let's check out, go in our stats here and we go to protection foot. Pretty high. How is it with flip-flops? So flip-flops did not raise my temperature meter. Interesting. Let's check out our foot protection. Pretty low. But I wonder if that is good enough without socks. If I get a spider bite, I would seriously just start over. It's so bad. So we need to rest because we're exhausted. So I'm going to take 15 minutes. And our water's getting low. Bug bites are bad. When they go up to the red, then we'll know camp fever. The main issue with camp fever is it's interesting how so many things just lead to you dying of dehydration because it gives you diarrhea and fevers, which makes you need more water. So there's so many roundabout ways to get you to die to dehydration. Come on. Give me a stone one more time. Got my glasses on. Stone one time. There it is. I think we may have survived without getting camp fever, which means we have to save all these antibiotics. So what we'll do is we can click on them and hold them over and it'll bring them all in. Or we could just put them in our inventory and bring them in with us. I believe we will bring the palm fronds in to make a bed. Alrighty, let's go in. What is up next anyways? Yeah, it's boil some water. So we need to Go in crafting, base, camp, campfire. Then I'll just hit fill required items and it'll all go in there. Fortunately, it takes it takes 30 minutes. Okay, so what we do actually is we take this fuel jerry can and we'll drop that in there to fuel it. And then we'll take this can that was full of gas, and hopefully let the gas evaporate, and we will fill it with water. There we go. And fill the plastic bottle. Interesting thing, you can boil water in plastic bottles and they don't melt. So that's fantastic. We will go in our luggage here and we will take out some papers and we will hold our glasses over them because it's nice and sunny, and we will light them on fire. Light our campfire, and in 30 minutes we will have boiling water, which we can't drink. But once it cools off, we will be able to drink it. I'm extremely hot and melting again, so I could go wash off, but I need a container for it. What's the next objective? Yeah, just boil water. Make clay bowls. Go dig in the mud. Could go dig in the mud. So I wish I could make this go away because it's red and flashing and makes it look so bad, but honestly, I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm gonna eat this chocolate. Once this goes red again, I'll take another painkiller, but we're just gonna deal with the pain for now. I saw Neil Mayer do a tourist run. Now, keep in mind it was an early access, but he was able to get his morale up. Another thing with when your morale's all the way down is you get a time penalty. So, 15-minute activities start taking 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and that really will lose you. But I noticed, but Neil Mayer was able to eat food and deal with the hunger and get his morale up. Whenever I've tried eating food on the tourist, this is the full release. I don't know if it's a difference between early access or not. I can't keep the morale up. I can't eat enough food to keep it satisfied. So that's why I'm just not doing it. This time along, though, we did get lucky with the rocks, and I don't think we're getting camp fever. One thing I also would like to pin is go into protection, no, internal immune system. Because if you click on your immune system, you can see what it's influenced by. Right now, doesn't look like I'm fighting any bugs or nothing. So we're doing good. Oh, for now too, I could also do that. If you go to chemical, the anesthesia here, analgesia. So once that gets to 0, I'll know to take another painkiller. All right, well, let's just eat some more chocolate. It takes 3 minutes as we wait for this to boil. Just eat it all now. We can make the bed. Blueprints, leaf bed takes 6. We have the palm fronds, 45 minutes, but this is ready in 24, so I will actually not do that. I'll go out here. I'll dig up some dirt. No, I will not do that. Okay, this is what I'll do. 45 minutes. Is that going to get us a bit? Okay. I don't know. I tend to go in and out a lot. So I think maybe I'll just do another explore. I'm close to the camp fever. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Maybe I could start making some weaves that take the freaking hour to do. Okay, well, let's just make the bed. I don't care. We go a little over. We're not gonna die of thirst. So make some clay bowls is next up. But I actually need to there's 2 ponds, so I need to find the second pond. Okie dokie. I wish I could wash with the boiling water, but I can't. So what to do next up? See if there's anything to craft. Sharpened stone would be great to craft, but we need another stone. One thing I'll definitely recommend doing is building these deadfall traps. But make sure you sharpen a stone first on your heavy stone before you use it on the trap, because sometimes I just cannot find the stone for the life of me, and you need to rub 2 stones together. Well, this doesn't take long to cool, so maybe I'll just go back in here. I just need these bug bites to go down. And then I can harvest some snake grass and I can burn it and I'll get some bug protection. but it takes a lot in the wetlands. It's crazy. It takes like 4. Alrighty. What to do? What to do while we wait for this to cool, and while we wait for our bug bites to go down? Let's just rest. Who cares? All right, let's calm down so we can drink some. And drink some more. I feel like there's not a big reason to save water because you're always going to be thirsty the same amount, and it's always going to go down the same amount. So drink some now or drink it later. All right, well, I'm gonna, just for the sake of productivity, hope that the bug bites are down low enough. So this is the herbology. Rather than like try to make food or search for more food, I'm just gonna pick this grass and get my herbology going up. I'm burning up already. Oh, you know what though? I really do need to explore and find the second puddle so I can wash and cool off. But we could burn the snake grass, at least get us some bug protection. Just drop it in. It takes 15 minutes of time, and I'm burning up. Water is not actually a huge problem at first, because it's gonna rain. I think it always rains on day 2. So let's just go ahead and wash with clean water. Kind of sacrilege, I know, but okay. Now the pain is flashing freaking red again, so I'll take painkiller. And we can go back out now and have a look and see that bug bites are still going up. You're crazy, very high. Didn't I burn 4? I swear I burned 4. 3. One thing I thought was I thought you needed the campfire to be outside because I thought like you burn the grass and it went in the air. It's actually kind of like it goes on you. So if you wash now, oh, that's what happened. I washed it off. You're always like balancing being hot and needing to wash versus not wanting to wash off your bug repellent and then later on your sunscreen, aka aloe vera gel. All right, let's go back out then. Now bug bites are going down. Fantastic. So let's just explore to find the other pool of water. I want to dig up some mud. There it is. So what I'll do is I'll pick it up and drag it over because most of the time I just pop out of the plane and I use something out of there. So I'll go ahead and fill my water bottle. I should probably boil it and get it boiling. It's kind of overkill to be honest, but I'm going to do it. Eat some chocolate. Just clean up the inventory. That's cool. So I could search. I could keep exploring. But now it's really just grind herbology. So you get to 21. But let's go ahead and consider making the clay bowls. Can I just, no, it has to cool first. So we go here and we make clay. And that should unlock the blueprint. Yep, clay bowl. Under clay, search. All right, we are getting sleepy. But we do have a little more daylight left. At 2000 hours, 8 o'clock, it gets dark and you can't do a dang thing. Yeah, I just explored out of habit. But that's actually good because I'm going to bring these guys inside the plane and make a sharp stone. Actually, let's go ahead. Okay, let's do this little trick where I light the papers on fire, then I extinguish it. It just saves us time. Take out the charcoal. Because, yeah, I want to make an ash dressing. Then I'll put the tinders back in. Do I want to burn anything? Not really. Just go to sleep. Drink a little water? Sure. Drink some water. Boil some more. and we will take a nap. You see this little wakefulness meter will fill back up, as long as also the mental structure. This gets important later. Blueprints. What's this? What is this? Astracing, yes. We need to research that. Okay. I'm considering if it's like I'm wasting these papers, because getting the tinder later is a little tougher, but I'm just gonna get it because I want the ash. We'll light it, but we need to get some fuel in there quick. So we'll use the fronds because they decay over time. So just get those in there. Water, drink. And refill and reboil. So yeah, so this is basically it. It's kind of crazy to say that I'm stable now, but because I didn't get camp fever, I actually am stable. If you do get camp fever, once it basically what will happen is in your red box of priorities, a rash that looks similar to this, but it's like kind of grayer, will pop up and it'll say a little like, oh, I think I caught something. So take an antibiotic, and then similar here as I pinned that. Well, you want to go to your antibiotics and pin that, and just wait till it gets to about 0, and then take another one, and keep searching and looking for spider lily. And once you're all out of all of your antibiotics, start taking 2 spider lilies a day. But hopefully you can save a spider lily to plant, and you can get rid of it before you have to use them all, because a run ender will be if you're just like out here searching and searching for more spider lily and you can't find any more. Right, well, I'm very hot, so I actually should probably wash. But let's go ahead and make these clay bowls. So, okay, yeah, we'll use the ash for temper for now. Okay, I got that in there. It's firing up. And let's make another one. Probably just drop the ash on it. Craftable 30 minutes. Drop it in. Alrighty. So we can't explore outside it because it's dark. One thing is, if you look at your wakefulness here, let's see. Yeah, so 4 hours isn't quite enough. Let's go ahead and drink. So one way to save bug bites is, rather than washing out here, which takes 30 minutes, is fill up your bottle, go back in where there are no bugs. Yeah, so this wide open, busted up plane crash doesn't have bugs. Okay, but I'll take it because we need it. And then we'll go ahead and wash here. And the reason I'm doing that is just because we're so hot. Curious though, that's the next thing that might be good to press. See, the thing with the heat though is it makes you really thirsty. So we have our 2 bowls on there, 3 hours, 2 hours. And so another thing we can do is start making bricks. So we're kind of going to go back and forth between making bricks and getting herbology up. So we will extract fibers. We make bricks because we want reservoirs for collecting water. And I should get this ash dressing on. Oh, you know what? I haven't looked at my wound in a while. And yeah, this one is pretty infected. It also doesn't have, so these dressings, once this goes and expires, it's at 55%. I'm going to start bleeding out again. So I do need to have the cloth ready, which I don't have. So let's go ahead and let's use the shorts we're wearing. We're not wearing them. I was going to say. Let's rip off our shorts and tear up. Okay, so here we go. It's raining. So this these mud pits here, these unsafe waters, they're gonna fill up back to full real quick. Oh, yeah, my fire is busy making the pot. So what we do is we could take an ash or we could take a fiber to make a mud brick. Let's go ahead and take an ash for now. And that unlocks the kiln. So we want to research that. Because once we get that built, we can build reservoirs and then we can start collecting water. Make sago flour is the next one on the list, but we gotta find a tree. This is the food one. I'm skipping the food until I really need it. We'll go straight to reservoir. Okay, one's done. So anything I want to keep, I'm keeping on my inventory or in a box because the monkeys will come and steal all this stuff, but they don't steal things that aren't of value like rocks. Now they will steal my sharp rock, so we will make sure we'll make it inside the inventory and make sure there's space for it to go to, and we'll craft it like a that. There we go. So it landed in the inventory. It could land out here and it could immediately trigger the event and the monkey will come and steal it. It is troll, like almost intentional. All right, brick, bowl. It is daytime now, so I could just let this go out and I can do things outside, but I should actually, oh, I'm going to run out of fuel, eh? Nope, I've got some wood and sticks. Let's just go ahead and drop a wood in there. I like to keep it burning because I want it to boil more water. There we go. So I like to quickly centralize and not always have to look at everything to where things are. So let's try to put everything in the trunk for now. Get in there. Oh, so one thing we can do actually is take these clay bowls and we can say collect rain. We need to keep them in our inventory or we will be in trouble. So let's rip this cloth and let's add some ash to it. We'll get our bandage and let's go ahead and drop that in on the wound. And let's take this water and clean the wound. So now our germs are at 0. This one probably needs to be changed. It's not that high yet. Put the boiling, actually, we could just go get more water from outside. So basically, now you've seen the flow of the game. I kind of min-max water hard early on. I just try to make as much as I can and I always have a bunch. I should get some more ash quick though. Gonna want a couple more of those bandages. So we're very hot. We can go out and we can actually start juggling bug bites now. So we're gonna wash, cool off. Maybe being out there in the rain would have cooled me off on its own. I probably didn't need to do that. So I might go ahead and do the old. I might just let this go out, actually. Thing is, when you take the charcoal out, you lose a lot of fuel there. But I'm going to want a bandage, and I'm going to want to have one on backup. Because when this goes, you're going to be bleeding out. I think the 100% just means you don't need a tourniquet anymore, but you do need a bandage. Okay, so we will drink and drink. So it's raining. I always drink out of these bowls because they evaporate. And okay, well, a couple things we can do. We can explore and look for like food and spider lily and other things, or we can just grind herbology. And I don't know if there's a cooldown on skills. Like if I do the same thing over and over again, if I won't get a skill point, like if I wait an hour and then do it again, if I'm more likely to get a skill point, I don't know if that's a thing or not. Just researching the fish trap, which I'll never use. Okay, I wish there was just like a see all research at once, but you have to go to every tab. Okay, bug bites are going up, so I'm doing a little juggle. Once they get high enough, I will go back inside. Have a painkiller. So this is still reasonable. Oh, explore. That's just old habit. Hit explore like that. Found some bananas. So it takes 15 minutes to harvest them. Not that bad. I could actually probably pick some. Let's go in here and take a rest because we're exhausted. And oh, that went out. I was gonna light snake grass, but it went out. So being chilly, you can get a fever. See bacteria fever going up. That's bad news. So I do like to pin the fever and watch that as well. You end up with a lot of stuff going on. The key thing is to just check where you're at before you do something that advances time, just to make sure you're in the good. The main penalty is you'll pass out and more time will pass. And then, you know, if you're dehydrated, you could get more dehydrated. Then you're going to be in trouble. But I think we basically stabilized. I could just take a rest and then light the campfire up again. Or I could do it now. I don't know. Kind of get to this point where you're just like, la-di-da. The issue is the snake bite, the bug bites. I do want to be up there, but be outside, but I do want to light some grass, but it's going to get dark and, you know, it's just all a time thing. So, okay, fine. We will drop some wood in. We will go ahead and craft ourselves. Did we bring sticks or did we burn all the sticks? Do we have a stick? Okay, we have a stick. Let's bring all this in. The plane does have a inventory limit. You see there was a little meter, this little meter there. It will get full. I can't put everything in here. We'll bring some sticks, take that sharp rock, and we will create a hand drill, which takes forever because our crafting is really bad. And we will just use the drill on the papers. And once the papers are out, we use these fibers, and eventually we will use dry leaves and wood shavings and other things. But this takes like an hour. Yes, that's why I was debating whether it's even worth doing, because by the time I get it all burned up, and I'm not gonna have much time left to be outside really. So I've got 4 on. I'm already like hot and I need to wash again. And I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. Let's just wait till it gets dark at least, because we need to get outside and we need to get our herbology up. So we're at 2. But bug bites are under control by burning those 4 snake grasses. And let's just keep harvesting. Getting dark. Herbology 3. Great. Is anything here going to kill me? Nope. All right, let's go. That's kind of basically how it is. Is anything here going to kill me? No. Am I getting bit by bugs? No. And then later on too, we will get into like sunburn. We'll have that pin and we'll be watching that. Unfortunately, you cannot tan because we have the pale skin. And one of the things that makes this a harder run is you have a lot of negative attributes, like your weak immune system, the bugs love you, short-sighted, so it's harder to find things when you're exploring, and the macacos are always coming to steal your stuff. And even when you lose your weight, see, you have a penalty movement, you still have the gluttonous trait, which makes you hungry all the time. All right, so we only have 45 minutes left. That takes an hour. We'll take an hour. Let's just do it. And it's going to get dark. So now that it's dark, we can't do anything out here anyways, which is why I wanted to get that done. It's why I was bummed about how much time I wasted starting the campfire. But without doing that, I couldn't have got the bug repellent on anyways. So it is what it is. So one thing I could have done perhaps was just like chill here and make bricks or something by the campfire light. So what I should have done perhaps then was dig up a bunch of mud and bring it inside, but it's too dark to do that now. So alrighty, we're sleepy. So what is this? The end of day 2. And yeah, we'll go on like this and this until eventually our wounds will heal. And eventually we'll be able to plant some food and things like that will get easier. And then we can go down the list and work towards getting these checklists off and these other checklists, building all the stuff. And in 2 weeks, 100 hours later, we might be ready to go on a raft and die to a bug, which is kind of what happened to me today, but I'm not salty about it. Just kidding, I am. Anyway, so yeah, so this game is, like I was saying, is super great until it's not. Uh, Highly recommended. It's 20 something bucks, 25 I think. Which kind of can be a bit steep. Way better than obviously any $60 AAA game. Like probably 80 bucks now with all their whatever. That's a different rant. But I did see a post. The developers were saying they don't have a lot of purchases, but they have high retention. So they're like, well, the people that buy this game are like, and they play it a lot, but not a lot are buying it. So that's why we made it a little more expensive, not like a $5 or a $10 game. Um, I think it's worth it. I've definitely got a lot of fun out of it. And let me know if you want to see more. I could continue on this tourist run. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save and quit. But another thing I've basically done everything except, so I'm on the raft here on this guy, and I got stuck. So I've done the easy run with a hunter where you just get yourself comfortable and you just make a home. Um, and I figured the tourists would want to go out on the raft and escape, and but my sail broke. It said bring this the all right, so not a lot of people play this game, so there's not a whole lot of information about it. There's a wiki, but a lot of the entries are still blank because people aren't filling them in, which I mean makes sense. It's kind of volunteer, right? There's a Discord where I get a lot of answers from, especially from Neil Mayer, and I will put his YouTube in the comments or in the drop down description because that guy's a boss. He comes and answers almost everyone's questions. It's really nice, considerate. Um, but okay, so you get the sail and it says you got to put it down when there's unfavorable winds or it's going to break, and it's slowly breaking anyways. The raft tells you to bring cords to fix everything, and you can fix the boxes with the cords, the fiber cords, and you can fix the fish trap with the fiber cords, but you can't fix the sail. And I tried dragging ropes onto it to fix it, and I don't know, like maybe you bring cloth on it to fix it. I haven't tried that because I didn't bring cloth because I didn't know. And that is the issue, is I didn't know, so I'm probably lost and 200 days in, and like there's no backup. Like I tried to go into the game files, and maybe someone could have helped me if I'd asked. Maybe I rushed it, but I couldn't find just like, hey, in the game folders, like a save data folder. I did not see one. Maybe it's in hidden. Maybe I needed to like uncheck or show hidden or something. Um, but anyways, the sail broke, and now I'm not moving. So I'm not. Once this gets to full, you're safe. I made it halfway through. I still have like loads of food and I've got loads of water, and it's like totally fine. But since I'm not moving, so like let's say I pass the time and I rest an hour, like it's not moving. So I don't know what to do. I've had favorable winds come and blow, and I'm just not moving. So I don't know. It's I'm a bit dejected, and I'm gonna take a break. But let me know if you want to see more of this game, and I could do like little half hour episodes. It's kind of hard to do a half hour because you keep going. But what I would like to keep doing then is I've done basically everything. I've built basically everything. You see, these are on safety mode because you can restart the beginning of the day. But once you're already screwed, starting over at the beginning of the day when you're already screwed, it's not going to save you. So, but it is good. I think it's good because you got 30, 60 hours in, and you lost because you messed up and misclicked, or you just did something stupid. But so we go to the farm here. One thing I have not done is just built on a full-on farm in the Secret Valley, which is kind of a cool little biome because you can grow anything here, and like the objectives for this run through are to make your grandpa happy by cooking all of his favorite stuff. And I mean, I've cooked all this. I've had bees. I've had goats. I've done basically everything except escaped on the raft, which I just got stuck doing. But I haven't like done. You can get like auto irrigation, and I haven't done like crazy farm, and I haven't done it in the Secret Valley, which could be fun. I was basically I take a break from this because one of your first objectives is get Grandpa back to health, and I got him to 100% health. So I thought he'd get out of bed, and I thought maybe like he'd feed and water himself, but he just stays in bed as far as I know, and it's just kind of irritating to always have to sit here and bring him food and water. And since I've already done all the other things, I've already built everything and grown everything and made all the food, so I don't know. Yep, anyways, rant over. Let me know if you want to see more and I will do more, or else I will probably go back into my backlog of games I have that I haven't played, and or maybe I'll actually do something with my life. All right, cheers. Appreciate you. Bye.